I want to show you something. Watch. Same person, same lighting. The powder I just applied to this side has instantly added 5 years to this half of my face. And I see this exact mistake every single day. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you're going to know exactly what to change. Welcome back. And if you're new here, hello, I'm Kate. I'm a certified aesthetic practitioner. And this channel is about one thing: helping women feel genuinely good about how they look as they age. Not frozen, not overdone, just themselves, only better. Today we're talking makeup, specifically 5 things that most women over 40 are still doing, and that are actually adding years to their face without them realizing it. I'm also going to add a special section at the end about mascara, because I get asked about this constantly, and there are some really common mistakes happening there too. Let's get into it. Mistake number 1, and this is probably the most common one I see. It's using a heavy full coverage foundation. I completely understand the instinct. We want to cover things like lines, redness, uneven tone, and when we were younger, a thick foundation could look great. But after 40, skin loses volume and elasticity. The texture changes, and a heavy foundation doesn't sit on top of that skin. It sinks into every line, every pore, every crease. It actually emphasizes the very things you're trying to hide. What to do instead is switch to a skin tint, light serum foundation, or even a tinted moisturizer with SPF. You're looking for coverage that evens out the tone without sitting heavily on the skin. Apply it with your fingers or a damp sponge, not a brush, and only where you need it. Let some of your real skin show through. That's not a flaw. That's what makes your face look alive. A good rule of thumb is if you can see the foundation sitting on your skin rather than blending into it, it's too heavy. Mistake number 2. Lining the entire eye, especially the waterline, with dark pencil. This is something so many of us were taught to do in our 20s, and it made sense then. But as we age, the eye area changes. There's a little more hooding, a little more drooping at the corner of the eyes, and when you ring the entire eye in dark liner, it closes it off. You make it look smaller. It appears that it pulls the eye downward, and it makes you look tired, even when you're not. What to do instead? Keep liner to the upper lash only, and even then, apply it so close to the lashes rather than one solid line. A soft, slightly smudged line reads as defined, not drawn on. If you want to add definition to the lower lashes, use a soft taupe or a warm brown or a khaki shadow and apply it with a small brush. Never black, never sharp. And on the waterline, use a nude or flesh tone pencil. It opens up the eye rather than closing it down. Genuinely transformative. Try it once and you won't go back. Mistake number 3. Overlining the lips or using a lip liner that doesn't match your natural lip color. This one comes from a good place. We want to restore your lip volume and anything that we've lost there. And a lip liner can absolutely do that, but only when it is used in a very specific way. Overlining by drawing noticeably outside your natural lip line doesn't create the illusion of fuller lips. It creates a visible, artificial border that draws attention to itself. And if your liner is darker than your lipstick or your natural lip color, you're framing your mouth in a way that ages the whole face. What to do instead? Choose a lip liner that is either a perfect match for your natural lip color or a shade lighter than your lipstick. Apply it just on the inside or exactly on your natural lip line, not outside it. Then fill your whole lip with the liner before your lipstick. This gives you a base. It helps the color last longer and prevents feathering into the fine lines around the mouth. Finish with a gloss or a balm-forming lipstick. Matte formulas cling to the fine lines in a way that glossy textures don't. Mistake number 4. And this one goes 2 ways. The first version, overplucked very thin brows. I know thin brows were the trend for a very long time, and I'm not judging anyone who followed it. but thin brows genuinely age the face. The brow is the frame of the eye, and when the frame is too thin or too highly arched, it can give a permanent surprised or tired expression, and it removes definition from the upper face that we actually want as well as we age. So the second version, which I'm seeing more and more, heavily filled, very defined, very sharp brows. A block of color drawn with a pomade, what I call the Instagram brow. On a face over 40, this level of definition in the brow draws attention in a way that can actually make the rest of the face look older by contrast. What to do instead? Aim for a naturally full brow. If your brows have thinned, using a fine tip brow pencil in a shade slightly lighter than your actual hair color to fill in the gaps with a hair-like stroke, not a solid line. Then set the clear or tinted brow gel with it. This is naturally formed, groomed, defined, and graphic. It's worth seeing a professional for microblading or brow lamination. These can genuinely be life-changing for the face. Okay, mascara. I promised you this section, and I'm going to give it to you properly because there are a few things happening here that I genuinely wish someone would have told me earlier. First, waterproof mascara as your everyday formula. I know it seems like the sensible choice, but it truly lasts longer and it doesn't smudge. But using waterproof mascara every single day is quite damaging to your lashes over time. The formula is much harsher and removing it requires real effort. Rubbing and pulling at the lash line, which causes lash breakage and can thin the lash line itself over time. As we age, our lashes naturally become finer and more sparse. We don't want to accelerate that. Save waterproof for events, holidays, weddings. For everyday wear, choose a regular formula. Second, applying mascara to the lower lashes. This is a tricky one. On some people, it looks very beautiful. On a lot of women over 40, heavy mascara on the lower lashes, especially in the corners, actually drags the eye downward and makes it look more tired. My advice, try a day with nothing on the lower lashes or just a very light coat and look at the difference. A lot of women are amazed. Third, not replacing your mascara often enough. 3 months maximum. I know, it feels wasteful, but old mascara dries out, clumps, and it's a real risk for the eye irritation and infection. And clumpy mascara on fine, mature lashes looks worse than no mascara at all. And finally, the formula itself. Look for lengthening formulas that rather than heavy volumizing ones. As our lashes get thinner with age, a thick volumizing mascara can clump. A lengthening formula separates the lashes, makes the eye look more open, and it looks more polished. Small changes, but genuinely a difference. So there we go. 5 makeup mistakes that age you, plus a bonus mascara section that I hope was helpful. The thread running through all of them is the same thing. Less weight, more light, and working with your skin rather than covering it up. If this was useful to you, please give it a like. It genuinely helps this channel reach more women who want honest advice like this. And subscribe if you haven't already, because next week we're going deeper into something I've asked about constantly in my clinic. Drop a comment below and tell me which one of these mistakes are you guilty of. No judgment. I've made most of them myself at some point. See you next week.